Well, for those of you that follow me on Twitter, Rayno, I sent shockwaves out about an hour ago. I talked about how I'm actually think that the NAM is the prog that has the right idea about the strength and the positioning of where this storm is going to track. And, you know, it makes me nervous because you know how I feel about the NAM, but I'm going to explain why. AccuWeather.com meteorologist Bernie Rayno. All right, everything coming together. Here's our energy off the west coast. You have a northerly flow across Maine. That's going to bring in the area of high pressure. You have this building energy on the northeastern flank of our system coming into British Columbia, and that's going to force this system to the south and east. So by the time you get up Wednesday morning, this is the surface map. And when I was at Penn State during my undergrad, no, I didn't go to graduate school, you know, you look for this all the time. I mean, here it is, high pressure, Arctic air is in, 540 line all the way down into the Carolinas, and you have your storm. So when you're looking synoptically at a surface map, this is what you want to see if you want a big snowstorm. So I think we're going to have one. The question is where's the storm going to track? And the track of the storm is going to determine the rain-snow line, and there's going to be one. And, you know, someone's going to get over a foot of snow with this. There's going to be, I think, a pretty, I don't know how wide it is, but there's going to be a pretty large area from north to south that you're probably going to end up over a foot of snow with this. Unless I'm totally wrong about this, which is always a possibility, but I think everything's coming into in the order here. I want to show you, so here's our surface map at Wednesday morning. So everything's on the table. Now the question is how much did this storm form? How much does it intensify, and where does it track? That's when we look at the upper levels. That's where we look at the jet stream. Let's go to Thursday morning. This is the NAM, the model I rip the most. Here we go, upper low now across western North Carolina. Watch what happens to it by Wednesday afternoon. What you're going to see it do is move to the northwest, and you're going to see it start to intensify. Watch. See that? It's moved from western North Carolina right toward Philadelphia. It went from 546 to 540, so it's a strengthening upper low. And when the upper low strengthens, the surface storm strengthens, and you get large areas of upward motion on the northwestern side of this upper low, so it would be back in here. You also start bringing in ocean air, so you're going to have to worry about mixing along the 95, and I think this is the correct track. So here we go. Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, watch what happens. Just so you could see it, we're looking at an upper low somewhere south of Philadelphia at 540 decameters. There it is. Watch what happens now. Now, 534. So it's moved right in here. This is the area where it's moved. Okay, so you go north and west of there for the heaviest snow during this time frame, right in here. All right, now you're going to have mixing along its track, and too far south and east it'll turn to rain. But there we go. See that? 546. That is Thursday evening, 534. Then watch what happens. It goes to 528. So it's a deepening upper low the entire way. So that means heavy precipitation on the northwestern side. That's a big snowstorm, I think, just west of I-95. Along 95, that would include Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. You may easily get a half foot of snow out of this, but you have to worry about some kind of mixed precipitation, but you don't have to go too far north and west. And I mean like Dulles, Allentown, Lancaster, just, you know, toward Worcester, even east of Worcester, Massachusetts, before you start picking up the foot of snow, and that will go up I-95 in the Maine. All right, see that? Now, the GFS model a little different. Doesn't start out too different Thursday morning. There is the wharf or the NAM. Here it is. Not much. Watch what it does though. Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. It's farther east, and it's not as strong. Thursday evening off the Carolina coast, and then off, so it takes a track like this. So it says, well, whatever happens in New York City, and it's questionable whether it gets to Boston, but I think it will, it's all snow, but the amounts aren't as heavy. So it's all about storm track. This is GFS track. less of a, you're still going to pick up good snows, probably a 6, lots of 6+ from Bangor, Boston, New York City will be on the edge, Philadelphia, DC. But I really think that this GFS track is too far east. The European track is too far west. I'm going in the middle. So I'm going a track like this. So I'm going a track in the middle, taking it up, right up in, let me try it better. I'm taking a track like this. Something like this. All right, so what does that mean? Mixing problems, Boston, maybe not Boston, but certainly New York City, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. Mixing. Now, you could still get a half foot of snow out of this, but you get north and west of there. Dulles, Lancaster, Allentown, maybe up into the Poconos, although there's going to be a sharp cutoff like this. It may not get that back to State College. Southern part of the Hudson Valley, northwest New Jersey, Worcester. And then once you get toward Portsmouth and Portland and up in the Maine, I think you're all snow there. And this is where we could be looking at over a foot of snow with this storm. All right. New York City, Philadelphia, D.C., I still think you can get a half foot, but there's going to be some mixing with sleet. That's going to hold stuff down. Long Island, out on the Cape, I think you can get a few inches before it changes over to the sleet and then probably rain. Watch yourself. Raleigh toward Charlotte, I think it's about a 3 to 6, but you get to Winston-Salem, down in the mountains of West Virginia, it's over 6 inches of snow. Your I-81 corridor in western parts of Virginia, toward Winchester, you may get close to a foot of snow. Martinsburg, Hagerstown, it may be just off to your east, but you still should get, at least a few, if not a half a foot of snow. Again, this is going to be Wednesday night, and then it's going to move Thursday, and up in northern New England, it's Thursday night and Friday. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm at Bernie Rayno on Twitter.